Welcome to this Take 5 video on the budget modification process, brought to you by the Youth Build USA AmeriCorps Fiscal team. I'm going to walk you through the process in 5 easy steps, and I'll cover the #1 roadblock that programs face when seeking approval for their budget modifications. You get an approved budget at the beginning of a grant cycle, but you may need to make changes to it at some point. The most common reasons for a budget modification are if you'd like to add a new staff member or incur a new expense. You also need a budget modification if you want to redistribute expenses or if you've overspent a budget subcategory. Making these changes is possible through the modification process, and you undertake that process with your financial manager. There are generally 5 steps to the modification process. First, you request a mod by reaching out to your financial manager, your FM. Second, the FM pauses the program's reimbursement request to start the process. Third, you'll make your desired budget changes to a modification template that's provided to you by your FM. Fourth, the FM will review your changes and eventually approve them. And fifth, once the modification is approved, you can resume your monthly reimbursement requests. Let's look at these steps in more detail. You have to let your FM know that you'd like to do a modification because they need to make sure that it's even possible. They'll look out for disallowed costs and potential compliance issues. Also, your FM is going to give you the budget template. That's the Excel file where you'll make your changes. So let's talk about the budget template itself. It lives in the program's reimbursement workbook, which is what you use to track expenditures and create your monthly reimbursement requests. And you can see the budget here. It's the first tab in the workbook, followed by all the reporting tabs. Now, to create your budget modification template, your FM will request your most current workbook and will hide all the reporting tabs until only the budget is visible. And that's how we create the template. Now that the budget is isolated and under construction, the rest of the workbook, as you can see, is unavailable. So that's why the program's monthly reimbursement requests are paused during the modification process. Your FM will send you that template file, and you'll make the agreed upon changes. Be sure to fill in everything, including purpose, calculation, total amount, and identifying what goes to expense and what goes to match. Be sure the budget is balanced before you send it back to your FM. Your FM will review the changes. Now, it's a good idea to describe to your FM what has changed, lay it out in an email, and you can also highlight the changed cells when you send the budget back. Your FM may have additional questions for you, so be on the lookout for any follow-up messages. Once your FM determines the changes are allowable, they will approve the new budget. At this point, your FM is going to send you a new reimbursement workbook with a new budget, and you can resume billing the grant because you'll see the changes, such as a new line item, a new staff member, reflected in the reporting tabs like the staff summary and the expense worksheet. There's one thing that can slow all of this down, and that's getting a National Service Criminal History Check clearance date. Now, anytime you modify the budget to add a new staff member, you have to get this date before the budget can be approved. That's because the date is required for all staff on an AmeriCorps budget. Youth Build USA provides this date. It's issued to you by your portfolio manager, your PM. You can't add these dates. Now, it takes time to get a clearance date. It's its own process. So what can you do to help on the fiscal end? We recommend that you be proactive. Look out for any new staff who show up in the reimbursement request material, and alert your FM if you know the program would like to add someone new. We also recommend that you know who at your program handles this process, so you can stay in touch about the status of pending checks. Never, ever add a new person to the budget on your own. For example, if you found an unprotected cell and added a name or inserted a date, the program could risk incurring disallowed costs. And last, think of the NSCHC process as a dance among colleagues. Good communication is key. So CC your FM, your PM, and your programmatic counterparts on any criminal history check correspondence. And that's the modification process. I hope this short video was helpful to you. If you want more in-depth look at budgets and mods, you can go to your program's Fiscal Dropbox, where we have written instructions on completing your AmeriCorps budget. You can also find budget information on the Fiscal Management Resources page of the MyYB website. So for example, we have information on budgets in our Financial Management Manual, and you can learn about your AmeriCorps budget in our Crash Course series. These are longer videos that take a detailed look at common fiscal issues. And as always, reach out to your FM if you need anything. Thanks for watching.